Hey, loyal viewer, thanks for joining me today. Today, we're talking about your Schedule C and specifically the cost of goods sold section on there. I just want you to understand it a little better if you have to deal with it, what you should be thinking about it as, and how you can use it if it doesn't actually apply to you. Let's take a look at that. So I'm bringing up the Schedule C for us to look at here, and what we're gonna hone in on in this video is line item number 4, cost of goods sold. If you're dealing with this from a Schedule C perspective, you may wonder how to deal with it, what to put there. From an accounting perspective, what is cost of goods sold? The definition is starting inventory plus purchases minus ending inventory. So if you are an inventory-based business, it's gonna be important to keep these numbers straight, not only for your business and operationally, but for a tax perspective, because it will very much contribute to the income that is taxable for you. If you are dealing with inventory, you probably need or want or may desire an accountant to be working with. It's a good idea because it's hard to keep track of that stuff, and there's some important accounting elements that you need to be dealing with to do it right. Now, if you're not dealing with inventory, you may not actually be dealing with cost of goods sold. You're probably dealing with something closer to cost of sales, sort of a term that is in the same ballpark, but it's going to apply more generally simply to the cost of generating your sales. If you're making sales, you have costs associated with generating each one of those sales or making those sales. That is going to be your cost of sales. That's something that you could put on this line item for tracking purposes. And at the end of the day, what we want to do is just stay consistent. If you're using that cost of goods sold line item and you don't actually have cost of goods sold in your business, that's okay. If you're using it, we just want to stay consistent. If you're putting costs on that line, let's make sure we keep putting those same costs there every year. What it's going to do for you is just keep your tax records nice and clean. If you need to go check it or somebody else needs to go check it down the line, they'll know what to ask about. You'll know how to trace it and track it, but it's just going to help you keep these things in order. So again, this line item, very important if you're an inventory business. Make sure you know how these things are working. Otherwise, you're using it sort of as the tracking line item. If you're putting stuff there, keep it consistent. If you're not, just making sure you understand why you're not putting stuff there.